Hi guys, I'm Vanessa,
I'm Royal.
and this is Exposed by MF.
Girl, we first of all gotta say the windows are open in here. It is hot today. Hot and humid.
Mhm.
Hot and humid.
But we love it. So if you might hear a little something, get over it.
Listen, that's just the New York, noise. Okay. If you just close your eyes and listen, it's just like you're right in the room here with us.
Yeah, this episode's gonna be hot and steamy, and we're gonna be sweaty.
And of course, literally, we both are wearing like the not like good stuff.
Yeah, so you're welcome. We're sacrificing our enjoyment.
Right.
If I start getting nasty midway through, you'll know. You'll know why.
Okay, I can do what I'm wearing first. I got on this Pink Pantheress like merch shirt from Tank Air, which if you don't know Tank Air, they make such good clothes. They're expensive though. This was like a $100 shirt. I know I was kind of mad when I bought it, but like the fit is super good. It's got like Pink Panther's Heaven Knows. I'm doing this in honor because I think it's like either end of next week or 2 weeks her new like album or mixtape, whatever comes out.
Okay.
Which girl we stand of
Yeah, what a loyal
course.
fan.
Oh my
2 weeks
God.
in advance.
I love her. Well, no, this is not this is the one from whatever 2 years ago. And then I got these nice diesel bootcut jeans, which they're like ultra low rise.
Ooh.
I love them. And then I have these like docks that are like kind of these platform, whatever loafer type things. So yeah, that's what I got on. That's what I got on, Vanessa.
Vanessa, I love that. Okay, I got my little. Sorry, the Royal has told me I have to hold the microphone here.
God, get out of here.
I have my Versace reading glasses, which Versace reading glasses, which I actually need. I'm blind as a bat, but they're so cute. They're like pink, and then they have like little crystals right there.
Oh, beautiful.
And they were so expensive. And Bonnie went into my purse, stuck her little head in there, opened somehow the little container, and chewed both sides of them, so they have bite marks all over them. Yes, I don't know how she did that. Yeah. She's got great sense of like taste and smell, and
she was bred for it.
Yep, this is her second pair of glasses she's eaten of mine.
Luxury glasses, a badger or something.
Yeah,
in the woods, same thing.
Same difference. Whatever, she knows what she's looking for, and so I'm wearing them anyway, and that's the deal.
Okay.
I'm also wearing a really cute denim set. I have to stand up for this one.
Literally,
look at her.
so
look
cute.
at her. She's got a little print right here. I don't know if you can see it. And then there's a little tie right there.
Very beautiful.
Very cute. It goes all the way down. And then the Mista shoes. Okay, don't look at the back or the bottoms of them, but they've been walking. So cute.
Literally.
So I got these in Spain, and shout out Max. He contributed. So he contributed to the
I love the wrap on the top.
Yeah, the wrap is so cute, and it's like a square toe, and they are so comfortable. Yeah, and the leather is really nice, and they had boots too that were really cute, and I had tried them on, but a little bit out of the price range that we're looking for. So yeah, I've been wearing these all day long, and then I love the heel. I don't know if I'm like pointing to it and you can't even see.
No, you can, I think.
So cool.
Very cute.
So cool. So that's the look. Also, I got this belt on because this denim set is gigantic. It's like a size 10, but
Listen, if it looks at you, you gotta have it, I don't know. You'll have to get it tailored or something.
I don't know. I think I'm just gonna keep bunching it up in the back and wear it. But yeah, I forget. You were with me when we got it. I can't remember the vintage store.
Somewhere, it was like off of, I want to say like Broome. It was right on the edge of like Nolita and Little Italy.
Great. So do your best to find that. It's next to our massage place that we go to. So after we got a massage, I was like really like lubed up and ready to purchase things.
Oh my God. I'm not lubed up is right.
No, I was though. They had like hot stone massaged my back, so I was like ready.
Oh yeah.
I was really in the right mental headspace to put my card down.
Headspace, not a sponsor. Not a sponsor.
No.
But okay, nice. Well, what have we been up to? Why don't you talk about your little nerd now? Your little nerd.
All right, guys. First of all, I'm going to be very vulnerable. Okay. And I want to remind you that this is supposed to be a supportive community that we're bringing together, and we don't judge, okay?
No, I would never.
But once again, I'm coming out as a weeb,
Get out
okay?
of here.
But a year ago, one of my homies invited me to D&D at her place, and I was like, we were hanging out, and she was like, oh my gosh, like my friends and I are starting a little D&D. Would you love to like join me? And I was like, yeah, I'm totally there. Like, do you want me to bring wine, or like, you know, what should I bring? Pencils? And she kind of like looked at me confused, and I was like, drink and draw, right?
No, wait, really?
Yeah. Because I went to art school. That's what D&D means.
Never heard of that.
And she was like,
I was like, do not disturb. Like,
yeah, I was like, drink and draw, right? And she was like, no. Dungeons and Dragons. And I was like, oh,
we're in two different communities here.
I see. And then I had like already agreed, so I was like, sure. And, oh my god. So this is a year later. We're now on our second campaign. Oh my god, the most fun I have.
Imagine.
It's like all girls, and we just fucking die laughing. And like, oh my god, so fun. If I can like nerd out a little bit, it's not even nerdy though. Like we literally are like warrior princesses.
Oh, shout out.
That
Shout
just
out.
like have sex with men,
Okay,
and we
okay.
like do anything we can to get through these battles, and we like murder and torture people. Okay,
There we go. There we
and
go.
like, I'm sorry, we're having a great time kikiing about it. Oh my god, I'm thinking it's so loud back there, but
Yeah, whatever.
just really like hone in, close your eyes. You're like almost here with us.
Yeah, exactly. You can hear all the cars passing by.
Yeah, but anyway, we started a new campaign that is based off of like this video game that I don't remember. I just kind of show up, and then my girly pops, like the DM. That's what it's called. Our dungeon master.
Oh, I know.
It's very
I know a little
cunty.
bit. I've never done it though. I've never done it, but
She's like, I would not ever surround myself with that kind of shit.
acting? No, I already do that. in
No,
real
oh my god,
life,
no,
so,
literally so fun. But this season, I am my character. That's like what I created yesterday. Is conjoined twins.
Oh.
Al and Pal. And we're very mischievous. It's like in our blood to be to deceive and con, and
Okay.
we're a mercenary duo, and we're somewhat telepathic.
Ooh.
Our last campaign was like all magic and stuff, and I go to my friend's place yesterday, and she's like, "Okay, so this one we're not doing magic, but stick with me. We are doing we have guns and we have drugs this round."
Damn.
I was like, that
great.
sounds
Okay,
fun. I'm
nice.
in.
I know. Wait, so I thought it was always magic.
No. Like it's whatever world you want, and like you kind of just go in through a storyline. Like you don't even need to like win or anything. You're just there having fun
Really?
and like making up little scenarios. And yeah.
So what I already do.
Yes, exactly. So you're just living D&D in real life.
Yeah. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
That's fun though. That's
That's
nice.
my little wrap up, but we'll give you guys updates if you guys are interested at all in that.
Yes. Okay, I went to the Loire pop-up in the WSA building, and your girl got some stuff. Okay.
Quite
I
a
got-
turn for my weeb ass.
Yeah, right. And like I was
It's
just,
like
doing
I actually
actual
did
cool
some
shit.
cool shit while you were doing your little weird nerd stuff, but yeah.
No, so I like saw obviously online, we talked about it last week, and I was like, damn, I gotta go because it's only for like 3 days. So I was like, let me work from the city. Let me do that. Let me just take a sip of water in between me talking. Let me do that. And so I went in, it was really cute, like velvet carpeting everywhere.
All
And-
red, right?
Yeah, and it was like cheap too. I got like this nice Loire bag for like $130, literally like 50% off.
Yeah.
And then I got this like nice quarter zip that's like cropped, so cute. And I was just really happy to have gotten it, you know. So I went and did that, and
you
then
you texted me and you sent me like what you got and how much it was, and I was at work in the middle of a meeting, and I was like, you guys, we gotta go. I'm so sorry. Like, class dismissed.
No, literally. And I almost went again because they had literally, it was for like 3 days, and they had like a closing down type thing, and everything was like 50% off on top of the discounts. So it would have been so cheap. But shout out, I always wanted to get a Loire thing. I did. I said this last week too, where I went to like one of their castings. Obviously, if they sent me anything back, no. But I'm really glad I got the purse. It's kind of like a smaller one, and I'd been needing something small.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really cute. It's like this glossy black, I think like crocodile skin. Obviously, faux crocodile. Okay, PETA, don't come after me. But
This is
I'm
what's
not
gonna set it off.
defensive. I'm not defensive about that at all. But it was really fun. And then I went to, I don't know if you know what the Elevated Acre is.
Never heard of it.
So it's this acre that's like behind one of these giant buildings in Wall Street, and it's like overlooking. You see the East River and everything. Honestly, it's kind of hidden, but it's like this park you can go to. Super beautiful, Elevated Acre. Honestly, that's probably my New York Sodas Club. And then today, really randomly, I'm like, just went to the deli in the morning because me and my roommate, we go get breakfast sandwiches, of course. And I'm crossing the street, and some lady who's walking a dog goes, I've like seen you around the neighborhood, and I just want to tell you, you're really beautiful. Like, you literally look like Botticelli's Birth of Venus. And I was like, damn, like, what the heck? Like, what kind of compliment is that?
I was literally like, Royal told me that, and I was like, I don't think I've ever gotten a compliment like that in my entire life.
Also, who the hell is literally honking their stupid horn? I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I can.
Yeah, Royal and I were fighting about if we keep the windows open or not, and I'm really, I think I won the argument, but I lost the war.
I'm like, whatever, I guess. But literally I was like, oh my God. So that was my really great, I don't know. That was my, what do you call it? Made me feel really good.
Your ego
Made me
boost.
feel great. Yeah, my ego boost. Literally, I was like, I'm like, I'm literally like a goddess. I'm literally like a goddess.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I need, any more people telling me great things about myself. Not that I need to be any more self-centered.
I'm like trying to think about like, what compliment have I ever gotten like that? I'm like,
It was just some random lady, and I literally was like, I have no clue who this lady is, but clearly she's seen me. She's seen me.
I was like once telling my friend, like, someone said, oh, I look like Meryl Streep's daughter. And she was like, don't worry, that's like not bad. Someone told me I would look like Michael Jackson.
What?
Or no,
What?
another one, this lady was like, yeah, I got told I look like RFK, a man. I was like, I'm dead. That's so funny.
RFK, I literally would be like,
He's hot.
hands up now. RFK?
No,
not
JFK, JFK.
Okay,
JFK.
okay. I know, I was like,
JFK.
RFK.
I have RFK on my mind, unfortunately.
My God. I was in Central
RFK,
Park.
we'd be throwing
Oh my God. I'd be
hands.
like, let's fight right now.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was in Central Park one time, and some person said I looked like Beyonce. And I was like,
Beyonce.
Beyonce. No, I literally was like, huh? It was
Who
so
said that
crazy.
to you? That must have been a math head.
It was, damn, what the fuck?
Where, in what world do you resemble Beyonce?
I know, no, that was the thing. I was like, thanks, but like, I definitely don't. And then another time I've gotten anorexic bitch. I know, I was walking down the street and some lady looks at me and she's like, she was a little crazy, but she was like, you anorexic bitch. And I was like, okay. But honestly, I started laughing because it was like really funny. It was really funny.
That's
You're
a tough
like-
one. Yeah, damn,
like,
that would
trauma.
Yeah, I'm like, girl, I don't. All right.
It was more funny because it was so random.
Yeah. No, I will say sometimes people be yelling on the street, and you just gotta let
Right.
that one go.
I've also been in my magazine bag. I got the new Dazed issue, which has like what's his name, Netspend, if you know who that is. He's like an underground musician who's like 17.
Whoa,
But he's
okay.
like, yeah, everyone loves him. Nuts. He's like mysterious. But I'm like, this is a fucking 17-year-old
Yes.
kid.
What mystery do you
Like-
have?
And then I got this one called Bloomin' House, which is like this floral and like gardening magazine. It was expensive. It was like $40.
Damn.
But like super cool. They had just these cool, shoots, and also this whole section on ikebana, which is, like the Japanese art of floral arrangement, which I already love. Like I already loved. I knew what it was. But yeah, and I finally got rid of this stupid IKEA couch that I had that was nice, but it was just like ugly.
Yeah, did you
And
like throw it down your stairs or like how'd you get it down?
no, it's currently in my spare bedroom.
So
Just
okay, so got
standing
rid of is not really the word I would use. It's more you
Okay, I
rearranged.
rearranged, but I've got these nice, cool, like reading chairs. And I was like, let me actually like start reading more. I'm in my studious era, guys. Okay, I'm being well read.
Your picture book magazine is your
I'm like, ooh, pictures. I don't like it when it
Wow.
has the words.
I've been in my reading bag too. Like
Nice.
that book I showed from last week that I had 12 pages. I'm now at like 80.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, and it's been good. I've been reading it on my subway ride home.
Love.
And
love.
it's a great little routine. I like that.
Okay, cool. Also, bitch, I'm going to Charlie. I'm going to see Charlie tomorrow at Barclays. I have to shout out Zoe. Shout out Zoe, my roommate, because
Shout out her boyfriend
I
not
know
coming. Then
her
you
boyfriend
get
was supposed to go, but he kind of is not allowed into the country because obviously any immigration stuff right now is effed. But girl, I'm going and I'm so excited because I thought I wasn't gonna be able to go. All right, like I didn't get tickets in time. But yeah, I'm so excited to be going to Charlie, and we're gonna go to the park after this, and we have to listen to Brat. Like,
Yeah.
ugh.
Brad Summer round 2. I'm like so sensing you're either getting Addison Rae or Lord.
I really hope. I really hope
Because it's like her last
it's the last night,
and last year in New York she brought out
exactly
both of them actually.
Exactly. I'm like, oh, here's hoping. Here's hoping.
Maybe Julia Fox. Maybe.
That would be. Yeah, it's her last night, so I know something big is gonna happen. Apparently, there's supposed to be like an afters at Market Hotel.
Okay.
It's not like confirmed if she's gonna be there, but I'm like, Market Hotel. I feel like that makes sense if she went. So I might be going to
Market
that.
Hotel or the Mark, you mean?
No, Market Hotel, which
In
is
Bushwick?
Yeah, it's the one that you can see. Is it called? Yeah, right, Market Hotel.
Yeah, I mean they do like I don't think she's gonna be there. They do
She
like Charlie
might.
XCX like nights.
I know, but this girl made like a TikTok about it. And she was like, everybody, where's the afters gonna be? But that's the thing is, yeah, there's like these afters happen and you don't know if they're gonna go. But she's known for
To
having
go-
afters at places.
Yeah, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like she wouldn't go to that. That's like
I don't like I
I
am
mean
like,
she
who
I don't know.
knows?
She's a club girl, but like I feel like that would not happen, but like all right. Like because I'm
Damn.
saying that she's
Yeah,
gonna be
yes.
there.
Well, that's the thing is like it's kind of a commitment to go from Barclays all the way over to Bushwick. So I'm definitely gonna end up not going.
Mhm.
But girl, I'm excited to be going to Charlie.
That's
like,
so fun.
Literally. Anyways, should we get into? Do you have anything else? Let's get into
Pop
culture.
culture. Met Gala is happening. I'm not gonna talk too much about it because
We're doing something for it. We're doing something for Met Gala.
so tune in, bitch.
Tune in.
Okay, Hermes dropped a 35-minute long film and it has singing Birkins.
What? I did not see that.
I didn't watch the full thing, but
Wait, no, I did. Wait, I saw like a teeny clip of this, and I
yes,
was like,
all the captions were like, "At that price point, I better sing, bitch." And that's all I have to say. That made me laugh.
Oh my god! After what? Don't you have to spend what $20,000 and then you get to buy a Birkin? You
Then
get the
they offer
chance?
you a Birkin that they pick.
They're gonna give you like the Pride one that like Trisha Paytas has that she can't sell. Oh my god!
That's so funny. I just like. First of all, I find them ugly. I don't care that they're an investment.
Really,
I don't give a fuck about that. Like,
see, I feel like yeah, if they were way cheaper, I'd be like, yeah, I'd get like a Birkin and I'd actually use it, you know. But
I feel like they're only cool if you do what like Jane Birkin, who they're made
Yeah.
who they were like modeled after,
you actually
and
get
she
use
just
out of it.
yeah. Well, she basically treats it like it's like a piece of shit bag, like throws it
100%.
around, puts pins and stickers on it, like. But if it's worth that much money, no, I'm not gonna do that with it because I'm not
No.
Jane Birkin, who's given like a lifetime supply or
Oh
whatever.
my god, absolutely. And I'm like, unless $20,000 feels like 200 to me, and I'm like a millionaire. No, I'm not gonna
Mhm.
be.
I feel like the only
Not gonna
reason I
be.
would buy one is that I'm actually putting it as an investment and it's like going in a safe because it actually does appreciate better than
Oh my
like
god,
most stocks and
absolutely.
gold or whatever. But like, yeah, no, I'm not buying that because like I don't care about the stature of like what
No.
people think, like whatever.
No, I feel like we've said it in like one of the first couple episodes where it's like I'm gonna use the stuff that I buy unless it is something like a giant investment piece. I'm like, no, I'm gonna use it and
Hmm.
abuse it. I'm not gonna freak out about like, oh my god, it's not perfect. It's not like literally in the condition from when I bought it. Like,
Hmm.
no, what's the point of getting it then if it's just hidden away?
Yeah, I feel like that would stress me out too much if like I bought that as a investment piece. Like unless you have like it insured or something, but
Oh my god, yeah.
if that would to get stolen or destroyed or like in a fire or
Ugh,
something, I don't know. But then
so
again,
crazy.
I'm like not a good like I'm not good with stocks or whatever,
Mm.
like so maybe I would put my investments in that. I don't know. We'll see. Tune in.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Okay, Trump says he would make a great pope.
Like
I don't even really want to entertain that. Just like
that.
eye roll.
I'm not joking. Our government is now giving North Korea. It's giving
Yeah.
like God, Trump. We are so glad. Like, don't piss me off. Don't piss me off because literally, like, I don't know. And people are so hypocritical. They don't even. I can't get on this rant. I
I
can't get
know.
on
Like
this
I
rant. I'm like,
am
oh
pissed
my
off.
god. Ugh, that's dumb. Of course, he says, Trump said dumb shit. Oh, fork found in kitchen.
Yeah,
Fork
yeah.
found in kitchen.
Adding to that, well, I guess we can talk about the Lord new album, Virgin.
Yeah. Oh, do you know how pissed off I am? Okay, she goes to she puts out on her story that she's gonna go to Washington Square Park and like release, her new single. What was that? And I'm at Washington Square Park in the day and like into the evening, and I don't see anything about it. I don't know how I didn't see anything about it. I get home. And then literally my roommate's like, "Oh, did you see this? Lord went to Washington Square Park." And I was like, "What the fuck?"
I
Like I
keep
was just
missing
there.
that. Like I work near Times Square, and like when Charlie did that concert thing there, I
Yeah,
literally
wait.
was like not there.
I was out in the city at around like 34th Street and I was so pissed off. I was like, "Ugh, you gotta be kidding
Yeah.
me."
But like I feel like anytime I see a big crowd, I try to like get the hell out of there. So,
Absolutely.
I'm never gonna stumble into
Absolutely.
anything.
I'm like, I'll walk past it and be like, what's
Mhm.
going on here? But yeah, and then she had that whole thing where she's like, my my gender's broadening. Which I'm like, okay, go girl, but then she said a thing where she was like, I don't want people to like be weird about it, which is exactly what people are gonna be about
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Like, oh my God.
That's like every celebrity that comes out with anything.
Yeah, they'd be
Like
like, whatever, what they go by, the they, them,
yeah.
LTWQXYZ. And I'm just like, you really can't say they, them. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, like when Billie Eilish like stopped wearing like the big baggy clothes and she turned 18, like the way that people
Yeah.
were so creepy
Ugh.
to her.
It's so
And then
insane.
I just
The people who are waiting for someone to turn 18 means that if the law was not there, they
yeah,
wouldn't give a fuck. And
you're a
you're like,
pedophile is what you are.
yeah, it's gross. It's
And I'm
horrible.
like distraught that you feel comfortable saying things like that out loud.
So, ugh, just like, ugh, we
Yeah.
hate it.
But
We
also
hate it.
Madison Beer, I think, came out as like wanting to date a woman, is what I heard. I
Yeah.
don't know.
And she was like, why would people care about it? I feel like it's always the same type of stuff when someone comes out and they're like, why do people give a shit about this as much as they do? Because they shouldn't. But obviously, girl, we live in a heteronormative society. We live in a
Mhm.
cis heteronormative society, and it is crazy,
Period.
We've all had our shit with it. But yeah, do you want to talk about this Harvard stuff?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, so Harvard dismantles DEI office and rebrands it as Community and Campus Life. Girl, what the fuck is that? They had like a full website rebrand when
So
Trump had like said like you guys
insane.
will lose funding or whatever, and like immediately they put it on their website like why federal funding cuts, like everything that would do, and they like took a big stand against it. And then now they're like, oh shit, we lost this argument, or like they have no backbone. I don't know.
It's literally like we're back to Jim Crow. It's literally like a government is being like, oh, you don't have segregated buses in schools and things. Well, we're gonna cut your funding.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, are we all insane?
Yeah.
Like, literally, these are racist. Literally, these are racist. And I feel like nobody wants to call that out directly anymore because obviously they've learned that, well, we're just going to say something else. We're going to say DEI instead of saying we don't want black people here. Like, literally, that's what it is. And I'm like, what? Like,
Yeah, I mean, how much more, how
I feel like we're being
clearer?
gaslit. I literally feel like we're being gaslit because then Democrats are like, well, XYZ. I'm like, why are you guys being like, they're cutting away the DEI policies? Why don't we call
say
a spade a spade?
Yeah,
Call a spade a spade.
exactly. But I'm like, that's literally diversity and inclusion is exactly. That is
makes me so angry. It literally makes me so angry.
How much clearer do you guys need it to be? Like, this is the programs that were created to combat this whole freaking issue.
It really is the whole thing about how, white men have been in power for so long that, when they have to give up just a little, when, to the oppressor, equality looks like, they're losing all of their power because they've lived with inequality for so long where they had everything and everybody else had nothing. So they're like, what? I got to give up all of this power? No, I'm not going to fucking do that. Why would I ever do that? I'm going to go completely against it. I don't. God.
There was
so
a
dumb.
quote by Harvard Law School clinical instructor Alejandra Carabello, which she said that they were cowards and they fundamentally changed the mission and mandate of the office. It's a full-on crackdown, which, like, for the smartest school in the nation to back down is it's devastating, honestly. Like, they had such a strong like cut to them, or like I don't know, they were like having a standoff, and then now they're just like quietly backtracking, which is like, okay, I understand this is a business, but
it really just shows. It's kind of funny how, like, every time something like this happens, it just shows, capitalistic society, baby. Every single thing is about money.
yeah,
Every single thing's about money. And legitimately, that's why everyone ever makes decisions. There's never another, like, there's never a decision that's not motivated by money. It's so, I would say it's crazy, but it's not crazy. It makes perfect sense. Not surprising at all.
Any decision, you just trace it back to like the money and whatever. Here we are.
Ugh, ridiculous. I'm heated up today.
I know. I don't even have a positive thing to say to, like, feel not shitty about that. That's just like, great. Well, we lost that.
In other good news, everyone's wearing those Protect the Dolls t-shirts. Shout out that.
It's like, it was a very small designer to start with, so
Connor Lee, I think is his name, and he was or Connor Ives. I'm gonna.
I think it's Ives or IRV. I like can't think of it off the top of my head.
But like, he was selling them. I heard people be like, "Oh my god, he's selling them for like so much money. Why is he doing that? It's not accessible." But he was donating all the money,
all the proceeds,
which I think is super great.
Yeah.
And then I saw another like actual trans girl, who was doing a shirt that was simple, kind of like that, which said like, connect the dolls to their dreams, because there was discourse going around, just, I think how it always is with, okay, people like to be performative, and a lot of companies love to be like, we love the dolls, protect the dolls. But, obviously I'm tapped into like the influencer trans community, and a lot of the Black trans women go and they say, well, then why am I not getting any, brands who are coming in to me? Like, why is it that I see these white trans girls who do get opportunities that Black trans women are not afforded? I think that's like a super important thing to talk about, with how also overarchingly Black creators do not get paid the same amount as, like their white counterparts and things. And it's like such a big problem. But obviously the visibility that the trans community is getting is overall good,
Yeah.
and it's easy to get stuck in this thing of like, okay, well, they're not doing enough. Um, but obviously it's good that they're doing something, and then there's
Hmm.
getting eyes. You get people like Pedro Pascal who's like wearing this and things.
Yeah, it's like opening
Um,
up that conversation.
absolutely, it gets more people talking and more people being like, okay, what is this about?
Yeah.
Who maybe
I
aren't tapped into trans issues.
I feel like there's also like in this specific case, it's not like a Target that like is making this shirt. It's like it was a small designer.
Absolutely,
And but yeah,
absolutely.
like obviously there is that issue of it being performative.
I think
But
you see the two sides and you say,
yeah.
yes, these two things can be true at once. It can be good, but then we can open it up for a broader discussion and have a discourse.
Yeah, like let's keep that momentum.
Yeah, 100%, which I think people do. Okay.
Oh, this next
Well, honestly, let's take a break. Let's
okay.
take a break so the camera doesn't overheat, and we'll be back and be talking about
The studio.
the studio. So we'll be back. Okay, we're back. And are we gonna pick tarot cards now? Are we gonna pull tarot cards, or should we do that at the end?
Let's do it at the end.
Do it at the end.
We have still the studio to talk about.
Girl, if you guys are not watching this last episode,
Yeah, we're about to spoil, but
whatever.
please watch the show. It's so funny.
They're 25-minute episodes. Come on, you don't have 25 minutes?
Mm-hmm. Well, an hour and 25 minutes because you got to watch this first. But yeah, Royal go off. This last episode had us dying.
It's the studio. It's about the studio executives and stuff. And you would think, oh, that's boring. So funny.
Yeah, Seth Rogen is the star, and
then
he directs
Catherine
it.
Hahn. But they're making the Kool-Aid movie, and they cast Ice Cube. And basically the whole episode is them as studio execs being like, oh my God, are we racist because we did a black person for the Kool-Aid Man? And the whole episode, it perfectly encapsulates how freaked out studio execs are. First of all, for saying black. Like the whole episode, they will not say black
a
people.
person of a certain ethnic group is what they kept saying.
Literally, they're like, okay, who do we talk to around the studio to ask if it's okay? And they find the one token black person.
No,
to go
not
to.
even. First, it's just any minority.
Yeah, first it's just a minority, and they're like, so what do you think about this? Do you think there's anything wrong?
Yes, and they're like, you speak for all people, right?
Yeah, they find literally a token, random black guy, and they're like, what do you think? Do you think this is fine? And they're like, can't you speak for all black people when you say that? And it is just perfectly encapsulates how micro aggression-y these studio execs are of being like, well, your people, crazy stuff like that where you're like, what the fuck is this? And then
they cast the best people though. They had Z-Way in this episode too, and she's
yes.
so known for calling that out.
And then little Ray, I can't remember his name exactly, but it's so funny of how they're asking Z-Way, and she's like, what do you mean? What do you mean about it? Perfectly encapsulates being a minority in Hollywood. And I've had this happen before too, where it's you're the token trans person. They're like, oh, so what do you think about this? And I'm like, girl, I'm not the Lorax. I don't speak for the trees. Okay. But they do it in such a great way where it's just so satirical and making fun of it, where you're like, okay, they definitely know what they're doing. And all of the dialogue is so believable about how they recast the whole casting of the Kool-Aid movie to make it all a black cast. And then they're like, shit, is this even more racist now? We need to, and they're being like, well, we need to get an Asian, just the most not PC things you can think of. I don't know, but it comes across just so funny and so like, yeah, this is what so realistic.
Yeah,
Like,
I just think he has done such a good job with this show, and the writing is so
absolutely.
funny. It's been a while that
Yes.
I literally like laugh out loud at a show
Oh,
like this.
legitimately, like I crack up so hard. They do such a good job with it. And like throughout the whole episode, I was like, oh, you guys were doing all the right like satirical things. It
Hmm.
wasn't like, oh my god, like okay, it was satirical, but like this is actually low-key racist. It's like, no, this is making it all makes sense. You know, it all
Hmm.
makes sense.
And then at the end, they start beefing with AI, so they're really like feeling the.
Yes, yeah.
They
Oh
watch
my
the show,
god.
fans of the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, this chair has like fully
Oh,
broken
uh-oh,
off.
uh-oh. Our studio's slowly falling
Yeah,
apart.
speaking of the studio, uh,
Anyways, can we get into Royal's rants?
yes, I'm just gonna sit back, but Royal
The
has literally written,
oh,
"I can't handle white women," so I'm just gonna
I
let that
I'm
go.
sorry, I don't know if there's anything that I hate more than white women. Like they just annoy me to no effing end. And you know exactly the type of white women I'm talking about. I don't even know how to describe it because it makes me so mad, but I know it when I see it. Just this like cookie cutter, like
The eyebrows are very far apart. Is that?
I don't even know. It's just like the cookie cutter white women that internal misogyny, you know, like an internal like hating themselves. They just literally will like they have not decentered men from their lives,
Yeah.
okay? Just the not a girl's girl. And I feel like there's so many white women that are like that. Not certain white women, okay. Um, but like I will literally just be talking to certain ladies and be like, oh my god, we have two different lives. And like you the ones who are like, well, I don't like to get involved into politics, you know, those types where I'm like, you just don't give a fuck. You know, your proximity to patriarchy is the most important thing ever. And
The
it's these,
bootlickers.
yes, it's these type of white women that are like, oh, I will stomp on everybody else just to get, you know, a semblance of, well, no, but I'm the type of women that they don't care. It's the type of thing, I don't know, people say this online where it's like, I voted for the leopards eating my face party, but I never thought the leopards would eat my
My
face.
face. Yeah.
Like, I never thought it would be me. Just like these, so like, they don't give a shit about anything except unless it directly affects them in
Yeah.
their immediate life. I don't know. It just pisses me off. And honestly, I'm so prejudiced
Yeah.
against them.
I'm so
Like,
I have so much hatred, and it's like the thing that bothers me way more than the like man on the streets screaming something at me. It's the like women for Trump, but like at the same time, like if I really am thinking about it, it's like you're a victim in your own. That's so much worse. But
absolutely.
it's hard to feel bad for you.
No,
Like
yeah, right.
open your eyes a little bit, you
Well, that's the
know.
thing
But
is they're so effing stubborn too, and I think just can be so like cruel
yeah,
sometimes, you know, with how they treat other people. And I think also a lot of times their proximity to gayness and like transness, where I think a lot of white women feel like, oh my god, well, I'm friends with gay people and trans people, so like I can't be homophobic, I can't be transphobic, like, but I'm friends with them.
you're not actually friends though. You have microaggressions the entire time you're around these people,
That's the
and
thing. Or they will have microaggressions against other people, or also like people of color and things like that, where it's just like they can't even recognize their in you know their unconscious bias. That's with so many of these white women, where their unconscious bias is so strong, where I will it's literally like I've had people come up to me and be like, oh my god, yeah, like, ugh, I can't believe that person acted that way, like they were acting so like ghetto. And I'll be like, what the fuck, like why are you saying that? And it'll be like a person of color, and I'll be like, what? I'll be like, yeah, oh, I don't like know if like you can't say that anymore. Like I wouldn't use that to describe like some person of color or just anybody, excuse me, in general. They'll be like, what? No, like you can still say that. They'll be like, what? Like no, not in the slightest. And just kind of like an unwillingness to have any sort of progress or recognize that their ideas and values may not be the right ones, and just yeah, unwillingness to change. I don't, you know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. Everybody knows them and have experience with them, and it just pisses me off to no end. Like, ugh.
Well, it's like you're going against your own like benefit, you know? Like this is actively harming you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean,
Absolutely.
this is like such a topic that I will it's like
Yeah.
forever. Like how are we supposed to break that down? You know, like it's just
Right.
like yeah, that's
Right.
internalized, so ingrained, so deep and like
So
these
crazy.
people's childhoods and how they were raised and how they have been gone through society. And I'm sure like we all have a level of that and but
Of
I
course,
think
unconscious
there's
bias, right?
yeah, it's the unlearning that, but when it's so stubborn and they can't even like the thought of it is so like
They're so
this
selfish where it's just like, well, no, I couldn't ever
so
be doing anything.
defensive.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, defensive is
defensive is
the correct word. It's like, yeah, you're right. We all have unconscious biases, but I think the first thing is recognizing that you have them. And so when somebody calls them out,
mm-hmm.
you don't get all defensive and go, well, what? No, 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 no.
Yeah.
You go, oh my God, didn't know that.
Well,
You know, have some, I'm sorry, but have some humility. We're such humble people. We're
well,
so humble. But no,
I
it's like
feel like honestly I'm so
recognizing.
proud of the person that I've become and learned and grown. Like and that's what growth is like seeing that
Absolutely.
okay, maybe you put yourself in a place to feel vulnerable and a little bit uncomfortable. And then you ask
Right?
yourself, why do I feel uncomfortable? And you start to unlearn things, you know? And it's like,
Completely.
okay, yeah, well when I was raised, these were the things that were put onto me and now I realized that that's wrong, you know, and like
Totally.
that I don't
Totally.
have to go through life feeling this way and you know I feel
Mm-mm.
so much better now unlearning these things and I love myself so much more. Like why would putting love to other human beings ever be a bad thing? Like why I'm
That's the
not to be a
crazy
hippie
thing.
but like
No, but it is such like a crazy thing where I'm just like, can we have some basic empathy for people? And for half a second, just step into somebody else's shoes. It's so insane that like they literally like do not have any empathy
mhm.
of, you know, a semblance of, oh, if someone has like microaggressions at work or something, or if someone has a different lived experience and they just instantly write it off as
Yeah.
no, that's not a real thing that happens. And I'm like, what?
Why immediately say no? Like why not for 1 second just say like, yes, this is a possibility. Like
Exactly.
and I feel like if someone is telling you that they're being, you know, something is being prejudiced, they're being prejudiced, like why not think, "Oh, okay, you know, I know that this is something to be true that like people who are, you know, not white men are prejudiced against. Like maybe let me have an ear to listen, like not just
Yeah.
immediately be like told no, but
It's
whatever. Like
yeah.
what can I fucking say, you know?
It's crazy. And that's why I, you know, you try to educate, and also I try not to surround myself with people like that because sometimes there's just no helping people. Anyways, end of my rant. End of my rant. Okay, should we go to New York's hottest
New York's
club?
hottest club. Okay. So this was be like my rant.
Yeah, yeah.
No, New York's hottest club is smoking a cigarette in the sunshine on the phone with your supportive boyfriend after you crash out and
Mhm.
set boundaries at work. I'm not condoning smoking unless it's one of these skinny
Yeah,
bitches.
these European
Yes,
like
I'm gonna come show the camera.
yeah, do it, do it.
Oh,
Whatever. It may not be.
I don't know if it's bright enough, but
Look, isn't that so funny? these little skinny European. We go to lunch and have chocolate.
We go to
and
lunch and
cigarettes.
we have two cigarettes. Yeah, so I was crashing out a little bit. And you know what? I went out, went on a little coffee break, sat in the sunshine, had one of these girly pops, and first of all, it's not even a real cigarette. Okay, I got these when I was in Spain. I got a pack for myself, for Royal, for
Which I don't
Sinead.
even smoke cigarettes.
No, I was like,
but-
I don't even care if you smoke it or not. You just have to take some cunty photos with
Exactly.
this.
It's just fun to have.
Yeah, and I feel like the tobacco is so good for you.
Get out of here. It
This
has
one cannot be bad. Like I can
Oh
see
my-
how loosely
no.
packed it is. I'm like that can't be real. The Europeans, like, come on.
We lit it just for fun the other day, and I took like 2 puffs off of it, and my throat was
We
hurting the next
split this
day.
between 4 people. This skinny bitch, and she was like,
It
thought that
abs-
had me.
No, it
fucked
F's
up.
in my throat. It does. Let me tell you, because I've only smoked cigarettes like maybe 3 times.
I'm a bad influence. I will
Um,
say these are not the same as the Capri cigarettes, so don't go off buying those, okay? You go get yourself, if you can, do it one trip to Europe or have a friend, and you get 1 pack, and that's it, okay? I'm not condoning smoking. But the thing about Europe that I love so much is the pictures on here. I don't know if you could see when I was showing you. It was kind of too dark. But they literally
it's
put...
probably good that it's too dark.
Yeah, actually, you're right. But it's like a woman's torso, and they put a whole
Her private parts are blown.
They're
to
blown up.
smithereens.
They're like, if you smoke this, your pussy is going to explode.
She had that bomb coochie.
She had that bomb coochie, and I love it. It
That
makes me
cookie was
laugh.
fire.
That cookie's fire, because they're called Vogue cigarettes,
Oh,
and
that's
they
so
know that
funny.
only the hot, sexy bitches smoke them. So they're like, your pussy's going
Course.
to blow up. But anyway, yeah, that was
Okay.
hilarious. So
Also, 3 jewels.
Oh,
Is
okay,
another
so
one that you have?
I've been giving a lot of like not real recommendations. Like that's actually not a place, but
Really?
well, no, like the smoking cigarettes is not a
yeah.
place.
It's a vibe, though.
It's a vibe, but I
And,
wanted to give.
You know, sometimes the hottest club is inside all of us.
It's a feeling more than a place, but yeah, I wanted to give an actual recommendation. 3 Jewels in the Lower
Searching
East
this up.
Side. It's a yoga studio. And it's the sexiest spot ever. They have like
cool.
the back room is behind a coffee shop, and it's like a glass panel where.
I've been to the coffee shop.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Cool. You should check out. We should go to a class.
I've
It's
never gone in the back before.
so lovely. Like all the teachers are wonderful. It's like they're Buddhists, so they all have like just Zen vibes, and they like try
I
and
have
give
a
you
yoga
some
mat,
mantras.
so like we should.
Okay, well they'll have them there too, but like they go around with the incense and stuff. And like the first time I went was like maybe 6 years ago in college, and they do the ohms, and like the first time I went in, I just like wasn't used to that where the whole room is doing it, and it like I was like trying not to giggle, but now I live for that shit. Okay, like it makes you feel so like one with the whole like group, and it's awesome. I love it so much, and it's just so peaceful. Like they do like yin yoga, which is like the feminine yoga, which basically
love.
you hold poses and stuff, and it like releases
Warrior
tension.
one.
No. Like it's
Oh.
like lazy. Like you lay on the floor and like open your hips or something.
The one I love is Shavasana.
Yeah, no.
Shavasana.
You'll be in Shavasana for 15 minutes at the end.
It's my
I've-
favorite.
Sometimes I've done the restorative yoga, which is just Shavasana. It's basically you lay down on the ground, and I've fallen asleep before. And they'll come in,
So
they'll
funny.
put essential oil on their hands and come by your face, and you can smell it. It's so nice. Like if you are stressed out, like go do that. It's pretty inexpensive. It's like $20 a class.
Oh my god, that's actually super good.
That
I'm
was like
surprised.
last time I checked. It might be more.
Yeah.
But I really would like support that business. It's amazing.
Nice.
Yeah. Every time I go, I'm locked in now. Like I've gone with friends before, and it's like you release so much tension. Like I've gone in, and like my friends have been like crying because it's like you've been holding it in for so long or something, you know. But like I get that. Like I feel like if you do yoga, that's definitely happened to you before. But if you're like so go in life, and then you get a minute to like just sit down and relax, like
It's nice.
yeah,
It's
you
nice.
really let go of thing. So I really recommend that place. But if you ever see me there, like, don't talk to me, okay? You don't know me.
That's so
I'm
funny.
like, I'm a little vulnerable there, okay? I don't want to be like, I want no one knowing me, like,
Oh
me
my God.
wobbling, holding my pose out of shape, like.
Literally. Ugh, I feel that. I feel that. But okay, nice. I don't have any more New York Hottest clubs, but Media Rex. And then the last thing we'll do, right, is poll. So there's this really great singer called Isol. Isol. You spell it
Has-
Yseult. She's French.
Mm.
And she's done stuff with like Shy Girl. Do you know who that
Oh,
is?
cool. I've seen her, yeah, because I went to Charlie last year and Shy Girl was
Yeah, Clip
opening.
Shy. Yeah. And she's a great song called Tuning.
Mm.
So beautiful, super beautiful voice. Also, Destin Conrad's new album, specifically a song called Kissing in Public, really good. Another one, Girl Pink Pantheress, stateside Pink Pantheress. Like, you know, I'm bumping her. Like, who do you think I am? Love that bitch. Love that bitch. Anyways, should we get these?
Yeah, we decided we'll pull live on the scene, but if they're not major arcana, I might have to look them up. So don't call me a fake fan. There's a lot of cards in here. I don't know all of them.
Oh gosh, I'll have my phone open.
I like to look up Biddy Tarot. That's the app that is, or it's a website.
Nice.
But for anyone who doesn't know, I don't know if I mentioned this, but tarot is actually based off of playing cards. Did I say that before?
I don't know.
And like every single, like the king, queen, whatever, that's how it like was created, and they like try and tell you fortunes. But okay, we'll start with Royal.
I'll pick mine. Oh. Ooh. Okay, what is this? 10 of Pentacles. Oh man, that's
Pentacles.
beautiful.
Pentacles is coins.
Here,
so it's
let me show it.
typically about money. And
you can't really see that, but whatever.
It's usually it goes 1 through
It's like Avatar the Airbender symbols.
10. Let me see. They really do. Wow, this deck is very cool.
Yeah.
But like it goes from 1 to, the king. And it's usually about like cycles. You're like learning in each way through. So 10. Well, 10 is like towards the end, so that's great.
Oh shit, am I about to be super poor?
No. It's like it's a positive.
Okay,
like towards the end. So
here.
let's.
Oh yeah, you want to read it?
Yeah, let me read yours.
Okay. Well, why don't we look it up on the book here?
I like the Biddy Tarot because it gives you good info.
Oh yeah. Okay. Stay with us, okay? Stay until the end.
Just say something funny, Roll.
Oh
God.
I don't got nothing.
Useless. Okay. Okay, just the automatic small words: upright, wealth, financial security, family, long-term success, and contribution.
Okay, great.
These are pretty long, so I'll try to read it quick.
Yeah.
10 of Pentacles, positive sign that you have reached a point of completion and accomplishment in your journey. As a Pentacles card, this sense of accomplishment is likely to be the result of a successful career path, smart financial investments, a stable home environment, and a possible committed and long-term relationship.
Here's hoping and praying. Here's hoping and praying.
You have accumulated wealth and abundance through your hard work and dedication, and can now relish. That's the word. I know how to read. One of those. You can relish this wealth with others. This is one of those cards that promise everything will eventually come together and you will be proud of everything you've achieved.
Damn. Okay, nice.
We love that.
And it's green, and the card's green, which is my favorite color.
Yay.
So.
Okay, cool. Well, let me pull one. It's going to be
definitely better than last week.
Yes. Okay. That one. Ooh. Two of Wands. Uh-oh. Usually upside down is not a great sign. Okay, 2 of Wands.
2 of Wands.
Wands is better than Swords. Swords is always about fighting.
Okay, Harry Potter. Spelliarmus. Fuck J.K. Rowling, though. Fuck J.K. Rowling.
Again,
dead air.
Tell a joke.
Shoot. The horse's name was Friday.
Okay. Reverse, personal goals, inner alignment, fear of the unknown, lack of planning. Cricket,
Oh.
why are you coming for me today on the pod? You're gonna expose me like this? Okay.
Girl, that's what this podcast is about.
Right, period.
In case you forgot.
Okay, Two of Wands, reverse, encourages you to draw your attention inward and focus on your personal goals. Consider what is truly important to you, what lights you up. You may have headed in one direction only to realize it wasn't wasn't full alignment.
Also.
This card, this card invites you to go back to the drawing board and reconnect with your dreams, ambitions, and make the necessary adjustments to your path ahead.
Nice.
All right. I'm skimming the rest. Fine, we'll go back to the drawing board. But
Okay,
very
great.
Gorgeous art. I'll try and
Mine
show
too.
you, and hopefully it's bright enough that you can see.
Yeah.
And it's not, so there you go. Cool. Well,
Shout out.
while we work on our personal alignments and Royal is rich and wealthy, we'll see you next week.
Anyways, we'll see you next week. Follow us on Instagram. Follow me and Vanessa. Yeah.
That's it. Bye, girls.
Bye.